Hey, what's good, everybody? This is EJ,
It's your boy Kenny.
And it's Francis.
and this is the Banter 3FC podcast with three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started today, I want to remind you guys we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, and now officially we are on Apple Podcasts. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all of our content. I've been hearing a lot of feedback from people that they don't have time to watch the YouTube videos. They don't have time to see our handsome faces all the time. So I figured, you know what, we gotta throw it on some more airways so people could relate to us more, hear our content and all that. So it's official. We're here. Let's get into it. All right. Christmas is finally passed, and we are into the new year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
There you go. Yeah. How we feeling? 2024 was good?
In terms of football or life?
Yeah. That's a loaded question.
We got to specify.
Okay.
Excited for 2025. Football-wise, definitely needed it. So
needed the break, needed to turn a new leaf.
Yeah, I just needed to see what this fresh new air coming in 2025 brings for the Red Devils, because 2024 was not it. So yeah, well, we shall see. We haven't lost the game yet. We're up.
You're right.
It's only up from here.
Hey, man. Well, hey, I'll say this: it's a new year. Hopefully, it's a new Man U, and we keep it rolling. But to preview today's show, we are going to talk through the last two sets of games that each of our clubs had, because once again, we are in the crazy holiday period. So the games are coming thick and fast. Every 3 days, there's like a game. So figured we'd hold off on recording last week and post a video this week, kind of just talking through both of the games, like I said. And we'll get through that. Then we'll segue over to what's to come this upcoming weekend, and give our thoughts on and prediction on what's to come. So, where are we starting?
Let's start with us. Start with Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Yeah, Christmas was a great time. I was out of town with my family, with the Disney World that same day. Really good time. And the day started off pretty good too, First 10-15 minutes, Chelsea came out of the gate, going at it. Perfect. Expected. Fulham, Derby, we know how it is. Cole Palmer scores. We're in business. All right, cool. And then the second half came. And it almost seemed as if the old Chelsea had reverted back to type, unfortunately. Just lackadaisical play. And I mean, to be fair, Fulham was actually playing well most of the game as well, too. So, I mean, it's just annoying. We were up in the winning position, and Fulham came back and scored 2 goals. Harry Wilson scored the goal in something like the 80 or 81st minute.
Was this at the Bridge?
This at the Bridge, yeah. And mind you, we haven't lost to Fulham at the Bridge in over 15 years or something like that. It was something crazy. Harry Wilson scored the goal to tie it up, and then in injury time, I think it's Muniz. He scores the winner off of just a wild defensive mistake situation. But you know what? At that point, we had won, was it 7 games in a row? So, I mean, we were bound to lose again. So I'm like, all right, we'll chalk it up. One bad game, we'll just go on from there. So, I mean, it is what it is right now. Well, I'll save the rest till the next game. But yeah, Fulham was just. I'm not really gonna put too much crazy heat on that one. It's just whatever Christmas period type game.
And Fulham has shown this year. Yeah, to me, it wasn't a terrible loss. Yeah, you were at home, but Fulham is no joke. They've shown and proven that they can kind of hang with the big boys, and um, if you let them stay in the game, they can get a result. I
They
believe
will
they got
hurt
a
you.
yeah, I believe they got a result against Liverpool. Correct.
They got a result against Arsenal, Liverpool,
Is it Ant City?
you guys. I know the game against City is
But
when
close.
Traore should have had a hat trick.
Oh
I
Yeah,
can't
but
yeah,
they
remember.
lost.
I
They
can't
lost,
remember how
right?
they
they
They lost
lost.
3-1. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, they lost. So yeah, they've proven that they can kind of hang around. Just want to shout out Anthony Robinson's having a heck of a season. He's a player that I definitely have my eye on. But God forbid, Man United sign a left back that actually wants to play. So yeah, he's been a very, very good player this season. Um, he just goes up and down those flanks, puts crosses in, and gets stuck in defensively as well. So yeah, it's not a terrible result, I would say, for Chelsea. But the next one is, but I'll wait.
I just want to say I predicted you guys to win that game. What's the record count? What's the record?
I think I've lost track.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, we're worried about ourselves right now. We'll leave you guys.
Oh, so we're not keeping track anymore.
Don't worry. No, don't
No
worry.
more.
You know what? It's fine.
That's an L against you. You predicted them to win and they lost.
No, I know,
Oh,
but
okay.
you guys, it seems like we only keep track when I predict them to lose and they win, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
the record suddenly just comes to mind when you're wrong.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, up next, so we got Manchester United. Who'd you got? Oh, Wolves.
Do I
Man U
have
versus
to?
Wolves.
So Manchester United lost to Wolverhampton 2-0. The score honestly doesn't tell the game. That game should have probably won maybe 3 or 4-0. We came in the first half absolutely abysmal. Couldn't make a pass, just couldn't do anything. The Wolves definitely were encouraged by their new manager. New manager Bounce. Yeah, it was crazy. They came in pressing. We didn't have any time on the ball. Mateus Cunha looked like the best player on the pitch by far. We couldn't put a tackle in against him. He was zipping passes left and right. Him being in that role has just been a new leaf for him, and hopefully he continues in his career. But we looked terrible. It was still 1-0, I believe, going into halftime. And then 47th minute, our captain, Bruno Fernandes, decides he wants to get his second yellow, get sent off, and that was pretty much the game. Ideally, would we have come back? Did we deserve to even get anything from that game? No. But as soon as that happened, that pretty much killed all hopes. They ended up scoring their second goal. I think it's Hee Chan, literally at the probably the last kick of the ball. Right, we were pressing, and then they got a 2-on-1 breakaway.
Cunha assist.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an abysmal performance, but nothing that I'm even at this point. The hope is gone, so I'm not even surprised. I did predict us to win, but watching that game, we had no business winning. So it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely rough time period, but Ruben did say the storm is coming. And right now we are in the eye of the storm. You guys are just gonna have to keep rolling and try to find a way to get through it. This year is gonna be a wash. So
Is this a tropical storm or a tornado? What we're talking right now?
This is Category 5.
Just making sure. Just gotta make sure.
Get the
Gotta make
wives
sure.
and kids out of here. This is a Category 5.
State of emergency.
well, I do have one question for you, Kenny. This is now Bruno Fernandes's third red card this season.
Hmm.
My question for you is there a discipline issue with Bruno, or is it like a discipline issue deeply rooted in the DNA of Manchester United?
No, we are not Arsenal. There is a discipline issue with Bruno Fernandes, and let's remember the one red card against Tottenham was rescinded because that was a ridiculous red card. So let's call it what it is here. It's been two. Um, I think that Tottenham one was the only straight red, if I remember correctly.
The slip.
Yeah. So the other
Mhm.
two were two yellows.
Yeah, but
Um,
I think as the captain, that is an issue to
oh,
be
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. To answer your question, it's a Bruno Fernandez issue. As a captain, I don't even care, even if you're not the captain. As a player, you're an important player for the team, especially coming out of halftime, given your manager has probably just maybe tweaked a couple things, giving you clear instructions. Here's how we're going to come back into this game. And the first thing you do is get a red card. He walked off. Normally, they, console each other. There was no contact between Ruben and Bruno as he walked off. So definitely a Bruno issue. He has to be smarter than that. And then on top of that, you're the captain, you're the leader. You can't be making mistakes like that. So bonehead move by him, and that's all on Bruno Fernandez. There's no one else that's that's doing that on this squad. So definitely just on Bruno.
Got you. Okay. Well, hopefully he finds a way to turn it around because can't keep getting red cards. One of your best players can't keep getting red cards, and you guys would think that it's going to get better, So
And it showed in the next game, but we'll talk about that.
yeah, but yeah, I guess we'll keep it rolling. Last on the deck, Arsenal versus Ipswich at the Emirates. We ended up winning that game 1-0. It was a slow burn kind of game because Ipswich literally came to the Emirates and said, we're going to sit everybody inside of the 18-yard box. And it took us a while to get that goal, but we ended up getting it. They didn't really create anything after that. Ipswich, I mean, they just kind of were trying to defend and see what they could get. We scored, and it was nice to see that we found a way to score in open play and put ourselves in a position to, control the game. One thing that definitely concerned me after watching that game, because I know we talked about it last week, Martinelli switching over to the right hand side to see if he could have more of an impact. And he had like one or two things that he created in the first half where he beat his player and crossed the ball in. And that's what I'm looking to see because I think the goal ultimately came off. He beat his player on the right hand side, crossed it over. It got flicked back to like Trossard. Then Trossard crossed it back in for Havertz to finish. So I was happy to see that he did that, but it seemed like after that he wasn't really in the game, and I was worried because a 1-goal lead is very dangerous. You need to score 2 to 3 to like kind of put the game away, and we didn't do that. So, but hey, we kept the clean sheet, and it ended up working out for us. But that game, I don't know, it had me really, really worried about the fact that we don't have another one of our best players as a result of injury. So um, it affected us, and you could see in the performance. But I'm hoping we find a way in the team and in the transfer window to kind of like compensate for Saka's absence. Hence the all black, because I got a mourning for my boy. Because when I saw that picture of him in that post op, that I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt me because it looks like he's gonna be out till at least March. So yeah.
Well, no questions on that one.
Nope.
No questions.
Nope.
All right, so I guess we'll keep it rolling then. No worries. Up next, I think Chelsea ended up playing again against
The team you
Ipswich,
guys beat.
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah.
Oh, the team that we beat
Yeah.
Okay, you played them after. Okay. Yep,
We
yep.
did. And
Mhm.
obviously going into that game, we just came off of a bad result at home against Fulham. So I'm thinking, okay, Ipswich 19th. Decent side, no matter what. They really get stuck in, like they're not a joke, but we should be able to handle business. And of course, it just happens to be Chelsea has been showing interest in Liam Delap. This guy. He just wanted to use this game as a showcase. Okay. And I mean, he was just bullying our back line. It was actually disgusting to watch. I mean, great performance by him. I think he scored the first goal. Off the
Penalty. Yep.
penalty.
Yes, he did
Off
a
the
penalty. Yep.
Yeah, which was just a stupid penalty to give away. But yeah, he scored the first goal. But besides that, he had a great game. He was getting shots up. I mean, it was very annoying. And Chelsea offensively couldn't do anything. In fact, to me, I find this loss to be way worse than Fulham one for sure, because at least with the Fulham one, you could see we obviously scored a goal, but we were in the game. We're going at Fulham, obviously having offensive opportunities to score and whatnot. It's as if everybody's shut down, and it's crazy because in the Fulham game, after the Fulham game, there were talks about, oh, we need to play Nkunku, we need to play Felix, we need to rotate more. Maresca did that. He said, all right, bet. I'm going to give y'all a chance. And Kunkel started up top. Felix on the left. Palmer was center. I think Noni played on the right. Christopher, my dog, what are you doing, bro? And Kunku had nothing in that game. Absolutely nothing. At least with Zhao, he had a little spurts. He had the offside goal, unfortunately. But Nkunku did jack S. It was ridiculous. And then they scored again to make it 2-0. And I mean, at that point, I'm like, all right, bro. Whatever, bro. This is now, I'm not going to say it is a little bit of a problem. I am a little bit worried, but I mean, I don't want to be too reactionary, although I know I can be. But I don't want to be too reactionary. But this just makes the next game we play, it's a must win. Straight up. It's a must win. But I mean, credit to Ipswich. They deserve to win that game for sure. No questions asked. We have absolutely no business getting anything from that because we look putrid, straight up. So it is what it is, man.
You guys gave Ipswich Town their first win this season, and obviously their first win in the Prem. Home win, sorry.
Yep.
Home win in the Prem. Yes.
Yep.
And they said 20 years. Yeah, I wanted to just touch on William Delap. He looked like
Liam.
Sorry, Liam. I apologize. He looked like he could do whatever he wanted to do in that game. He would literally get the ball. It will be a 3v1, and he'll run, and still get the shot off. And there were some good saves that were made because, even though he had some terrible angles, he was still able to get the shot off. But yeah, and you're not going to talk about your Chelsea product, Hutchinson?
Yeah, Omari Hutchinson. Great goal by him. He had a good game himself. Okay. Did the little backflip twirly thing
against his old club, correct?
Yeah. It's all right. It's whatever. It's all right. I do also want to mention, Chelsea board, if you're listening, stop buying players from Monaco. Axel Disasi does not need to touch the pitch again for the rest of the season. In fact, sell it. Just sell him in January, straight up.
He's bad.
That's what it is. But I move.
He's bad because he gave up the pass, and then he had a chance to just lock in and stop the shot, and he just let Hutchinson go right by him.
Right by. Disgusting. But
Robert Sanchez didn't play. Was that injury or just
that was rotation? That was just quick rotation. And I mean, towards the beginning, Jorgensen, you could tell he's a little bit shaken up, but I think he did kind of grow into the game. I feel like that penalty was very unfortunately, because I already put him behind the 8 ball. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But I mean, like I said, we're not in a title race, and I've been saying that from the jump. So it is what it is, bro. As long as we get top four, that's all I care about.
Yeah, you disgust me. Anyways,
Yeah, you discuss me too.
I have I have to ask you this. Do you think that you guys are going to bounce back from this, or do you think that the form is going to suffer for a while?
We have no
Because I know
choice.
I know that we have talked since the beginning of the season, and there was a lot of like, you thought that I was hating on Chelsea. It was more so, I don't hate on you guys. It's more so you have a young team, and young teams struggle with consistency, and that was one of the things that I thought was going to happen to you guys, which is why I predicted like losses early on in the season. But you guys kept rolling. Um, so now, are we at that point?
We don't have a choice. We will bounce back. We have no choice. We must bounce back. So we play Crystal Palace Saturday morning or Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff. We must bounce back. And even if it's at Selhurst Park, which it is, because we played them earlier already at home and tied them, it must be a win. I don't care what it is. If it's 1-0, 1-0, don't care. It must happen. We must win.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
United.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Manchester United lost. I just feel like I'm just reporting. It's just, I just feel like I'm on a loop. Manchester United lost 2-0 to Newcastle. You can just put whatever, just fill in a blank at this point. I'll start with Manchester United lost, and you put in whatever team you want to put. Manchester United lost 2-0 to Newcastle at home.
It
It
could have
doesn't
been
matter.
worse.
It doesn't even matter if it's at home or away. Neutral ground, doesn't matter. They lost 2-0. Yeah, you could put us anywhere. We're still going to lose. Yeah, Francis, you're absolutely right. This game, I said it after the first goal. This game could easily be a 4 or 5-0 result. This was a game where it literally looked like a training session that Newcastle were having with their B team. We couldn't get on the ball. I'll have to put a little blame on Ruben for his lineup. I felt that I can't have. I've been saying this. Ericsson can't start for me in Premier League games. He doesn't have the legs. So having him and Casemiro in the midfield, it's never going to work. Newcastle is not a team where you can just put in those types of players because they're going to come at you. You have Bruno, you have Joe Linton. Those guys put in their engines, so they're box to box. You can't have Ericsson and Casemiro starting. So I put a little bit of blame there on Ruben, but again, you have to shake things up. Bruno Fernandes red card. I get it. Awful. I believe their goal came in the 3rd minute. Isak header, 6 yards away from the goal. Just terrible defending, terrible positioning. He didn't even have to. He literally didn't have to put any power. Yeah,
He didn't even celebrate.
yeah. That's how pathetic it was. Then their second goal. Or am I blanking on who scored? Not Gordon. Oh, another header.
Cross.
Yep,
Yeah,
the cross. Another header. Again, just awful. Even the commentators were saying it. We lose the ball, and then it's just defenders are not marking their players. They're just letting people run in and get a header on the ball. So it's ridiculous at this point. Another terrible result. But I like one positive thing I would say. The second half, we did come out with some intensity. Maguire's chance that hit the post. We started playing a little bit better, but too little, too late. The game was already done and dusted in the first half. Just our spirit and Xerxes coming off and the fans applauding. It's just heartbreaking to see that this is where we are right now. But the storm will continue, um, especially after who we have this weekend. This could,
Liverpool.
yeah, this could be one of those games. And Liverpool, even when we had better sides, they beat us to a pulp. So I'm just hoping that this is a game where we can. I believe we did draw them once, in that weird game. So, but I'll save my predictions for later. But yeah, another terrible result, and it's going to keep happening. So we'll see what happens in the January window. But it's going to be a season where we just look back and hopefully drive some transfers, selling and bringing in players.
Yeah, just a rough week. Same thing I said after you talked about the last game. It's just going to be, we're in the eye of the storm, and it's going to be bad for a long time. Transfer window between like this transfer window, summertime transfer window, that's when you'll be able to change things.
Nothing's going to happen this transfer window that's going to be earth shaking. Yeah, it's going to earth shaking. So it's going to be in the summer, hopefully.
Yeah, the only mistake that I think the coach made was the Casemiro and Ericsson. I feel like he definitely should have started Bruno, or not Bruno, sorry, Mainu.
Yeah.
I was very surprised to see those two because playing against Newcastle, they literally are just a team that works hard. They work hard and they're physical. They press, all that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't know
Question for you though.
Mhm.
Now that we are seeing how this team is performing, would you remember the conversations we used to have about like how the performances, who's available, style of play, et cetera, et cetera?
Mhm.
Do you feel more comfortable knowing that you guys have a system, but now seeing like it's literally just the players need to be changed? Because that system worked against a bunch of other teams in other circumstances when he was at a different club. Now he's at Man U and the system's not working because of the player quality.
Sorry, is that really a question for me?
Yeah. Like, do you see it? Do you feel
Francis,
like there's a difference? Or do you think it's just, I'm just curious.
Francis, help me out. EJ, I've been saying this. You've been talking. It doesn't matter. I've been saying that these players are, it doesn't matter what system. I've been saying this. The quality is not there. So to me, it's not a surprise. This is what I've been saying. It doesn't, that's why I didn't care. I don't care what system. If you want to play a 10 in the back, it doesn't matter. These guys are not good enough. So that it doesn't, to me, what I've been saying is just coming to fruition. So now that you have a system,
So then
now the
whose
quality
fault
is
is
still
it
bad.
though? Whose fault is it though?
The players be better. No,
Ten Hag
the
has to take blame
players
too.
be better. No, you cannot. Again, I've said this multiple times. You, when doing scouting, you guys act like Eric Ten Hag was like, you know what, this guy's trash. Let me bring him on Manchester United. These are players.
No, the issue is that he thought they were good, and he
But
brought them in.
but why did he think that? Is it just him that thought that they were good, or were they showing that they were good? So when EJ says, "Oh yeah, I really want Arsenal to get Lisandro Martinez," like, and now Lisandro Martinez, did you see some of the mistakes he was making against Newcastle? That's what Eric Ten Hag.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I never thought he should be a center back. When we were looking for him, he was gonna play left
The
back
left.
for us, not center back at all.
That's fine. And Lisandro, we're not going to say he's a bad signing. He's been one of the best signings that he's been
Just
that he
having a
made.
bad
Prior.
run
Yeah,
forward.
just having a bad season, I would say.
Mm.
But regardless, you guys see some of the mistakes, some of the positioning things. I'll always say that's a player thing. There's no way in the world that some of these mistakes, the commentators are saying it. What are you thinking? Why are you letting him cross it in, and then why are you letting a player just come in between you guys not communicate, just defending 1-on-1, not communicating. So those are some of the things that's on the players. I don't put in whoever you want in that team. There should be a mentality for you to say, okay, that guy is coming in, let me cut him off so that he doesn't do this. That's a player thing. I don't need a coach to tell me to mark somebody that I see coming into my box. So
Ten Hag has more fault in this than you think, but I save that conversation for another day. Anything else from you, Francis?
I don't got nothing much, bro.
Okay, with that, I guess we'll keep it rolling. Last game of the match week, Arsenal versus Brentford at the G-Tech Stadium. It's funny because I think all of the talk going into this game was that Brentford have only lost at home one time and have picked up 22 of 24 available points at the G-Tech. And that was the narrative going into the game. Happy to see that we were able to break that and get the win. Once again, Gabriel Jesus with another goal. He's on a heater right now. Long may it continue. I would love to see this form just keep on going through the end of the year because I like him as a player. Just want him to continue to stay healthy and do what he has to do to help the team. I think overall, I think in the first half, we controlled the majority of the first half. I think Brentford came with the mindset of like, we're just going to sit in the box and defend. And that's what they did. They caught us on one counterattack. And I think that I have an issue with the way that the goal was conceded because it was a sloppy giveaway from Odegaard and then really bad defending, in my opinion, of Calafiori. I like him as a player. I just think he's a bit too rash. Hopefully, as he gets acclimated to the Prem, he learns to stop being so... Because his positioning is off. You guys remember the Man City game when Savinho literally just turned him. Like, he's either too tight or he's too off the defender. He has to find like that happy medium of like keeping him at arm's reach, where it's like if he takes a touch and tries to turn, he's still right there. Or if he needs to step up and press him to stop him from dribbling, he's right there. You get what I'm saying? So I think that that's something he's going to have to learn over time. But good goal scored by Mbeumo, a transfer target that I would love to see us try and go for. I don't think he's going to leave Brentford, but we'll see what happens there. Want to give a big shout out to Ethan Nwaneri. Got his first Premier League start, and he played really, really well. I was very happy to see his performance. He was a big reason why we scored our first and second goal. I think both of them came from a cross that he put in. And I like Ethan a lot, and I'm happy that Arteta's using him because I think it was a missed opportunity when Odegaard was hurt for him not to play more than he did. Because I think on our squad, he's probably the most like Saka, for lack of a better terms, that a player that we have, because he's left-footed, he can dribble, he can run with the ball, he's a good passer. So I want us to find a way to like make use of him during this time period that Saka's going to be out, while also looking to go get another signing. And big shout out to the troll group of Set Piece FC, because they love to talk about we only score from set pieces, but we got 2 open play goals, so we can't forget to get 1 set piece goal. So I was happy to see we got another one. But yeah, another good result. Hopefully we keep it rolling. Again, y'all know why I'm wearing all black. My boy's hurt, and it's hurting me. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh, he'll be back in March. Get it done. Second thing, Gabriel Jesus, it's funny to see kind of those types of goals now that he's in form, getting a header like that off a rebound. Just funny how things just start to go your way. So we'll see if
confidence, man.
Yeah, we'll see if he keeps it going. Reason why I said the first statement, get it done. Odegaard, you got to step up. Declan Rice, step up. just as Man City has done over the last few years, where they have key injuries, other players stepped up. So, and then when you did have Saka, you guys, what do we keep saying? You kept tying or losing weird games, reducing your margin of error. These types of things happen. Now you don't have the bandwidth that you needed beginning of the year. Now Saka is hurt. Now you have even less. Now you have even less of a margin of error. So this is why you needed to take care of business early on in the season. But yeah, still Odegaard. I need. This is a time where I don't want to see him. Oh yeah, he's doing. We need to see goals and assists from Odegaard now that
Do
Saka's down. He needs to
we think
step
we're
up.
gonna see that?
I don't know, but the stats
I
have to
think
be there.
yeah, no, I get what you're saying. The one thing that I will say to the Man City comment, um, like you're right. Key players go down, other guys come in, step up, right? I get that. But like last year when Holland got hurt, who came in and played?
Alvarez.
Yeah, Alvarez.
And Alvarez is nice. We can't talk about Alvarez as if he's just like some regular dude that won't play. Like he's at Atletico lighting it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when De Bruyne got hurt, they had Kovacic, they still had Rodri. Foden can play in the hole, stuff like that. Like I get that. I think the only issue with Arsenal is if Odegaard or Saka get hurt, we don't have a replacement. For me, we need to, like I said this at the beginning of the season, and I'm saying it now, we need to have another player like Saka to come in and play so he doesn't have to play as much as he does, or we have different options in the event that he gets hurt. But at the same time, he's the best player on the team. He's gonna play. He's always gonna play. Like he's always gonna play. Because like if you look at Ronaldo, if you look at Messi, if you look at Mbappe, Vinicius, um, the best players on teams always play, regardless. They always play.
That's
Um,
fine. But we've
mhm.
been saying this. There's plenty of time where Mikel Arteta does not have to play Saka, and that man does not give him rest. We're not going to blame the injury on him, but there's plenty of times where he's just playing him for no reason. Get the guy out the game. Give him some rest.
No, but that's the thing. I'm not saying that that's not true. I agree with that. There are definitely games where I look and I'm like, Arteta, take him off of the field. Like, I agree with that. But at the same time, he's the best player on our team. He's the golden child of our club. He's like our market person, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's always gonna play. This isn't like us years ago where, we had Europa or Conference League or whatever where he doesn't even need to be involved altogether. He has to play in Champions League. He has to play if we're playing a good team in the cup tournament. He has to play. Like I get what you're saying, but he's the best player on the team, so he's going to have to play. And I think we need to go buy a player that's going to affect the team as much as he did. Because if we don't, we're going to struggle.
You're not. That's it.
No. The reason why I'm saying that I think that we're going to struggle is Martinelli has not shown that he can impact a game as much as Saka or even half as much as Saka. So you take him out, right? You put in Martinelli on one side, Trossard on the other side. I think Sterling is still hurt. Who else is gonna go in? Like Ethan, like he had a good game, but he's 17 years old. We can't just depend on him to kind of just do everything that Saka used to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I agree with that. But whose fault was that?
Yeah. No, I'm blaming the board. I've wanted us to buy a player to allow him not to play as much. I've been saying this probably for like the last like year or two. Like if we're not going to get a striker, it has to be a player that can play either striker and right wing. And now that Saka's hurt, we're seeing exactly why we needed to have that.
Okay. To me, still, I don't want to hear any excuses. This is
It's not a matter of excuses, but if you ask me, like, do I think that we can get it done without a signing? I'm saying my feeling is dependent on what we do. If we go and get a player that's quality enough to step in, I'll have more faith. But if we don't, for me personally, I don't see it happening because of the drop points in the beginning of the season, and then you add in his injury, the length of time he's going to be out. That's where I lose faith if we don't make a signing. We need to make a signing in order for something to happen.
and
I don't think it's sustainable to just leave everything as is, don't make any changes, and think that we're gonna win the title. I don't see that happening.
No, I don't see you guys making such a signing in January.
We got to go for a guy. I'm not saying we got to go buy a dude for $100 million. Go get Kulu Umani. He's having issues at PSG. Get him on loan or do something. Luis Enrique literally said last week he's not a part of my plans anymore. I don't want him at this club. Go sign him. Go get him on loan. Do something. I just don't want to see us not do anything this window. So,
I love saving that money.
No. We've been spending. These past three years. We've definitely been spending.
Not. What is it? What's the count? What's the ticker? Chelsea's
600
ticker.
million, whatever it's gonna be.
Not a billion, but
close
we've been
enough.
spending.
700 million. Same
Nowhere near that. Stop it. Nowhere
Are you
near
not
that.
600
Stop.
million? You're literally
No.
600 and something million. What are you talking about? Look it up.
600 million in how long? In how long, Francis?
I don't know. We spent what?
You guys did it in a year and a half. We did it over the span of 4 or 5 years.
No, it's not.
Francis, how much we spent in the past 3 years?
Though you guys to spend about. And you know what? I'm gonna look it up.
While you do that, let's preview the next games.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nah, because this guy on here just saying anything. You guys have been spending ridiculously. Don't start talking about other clubs. It's just Chelsea. But yeah. All right, that concludes the first segment of today's show. While Francis looks up the transfer numbers, we're gonna hop into the preview for this upcoming weekend and see what the games are looking like. Where we want to start?
It's between you guys because we have the Sunday. Sunday
Chelsea
morning.
actually have the 10 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah, we play Crystal Palace. I already said it earlier. It's a must-win situation. I don't care if it's at Selhurst or not. Selhurst Park or not. We don't keep clean sheets, so I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
I'm going to go 2-1 Crystal Palace. I think Sarr is going to have a really good game. And being that it's away, and you guys tied to them at home, correct?
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, I got Crystal Palace 2-1.
So for me, I'm going to go 2-2. I think it's going to be a tied game. I think Palace they're finally starting to get their act together. They had a couple decent results. Tied against Bournemouth, beat Southampton. They're coming to play. You guys are going to play them at Selhurst Park. It's not an easy place to go, especially at nighttime. I think it's going to be a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, and I don't think Sarr was playing like that when you guys played them.
Sarr's on a heater right now too. He's playing out of his mind, so I think he'll have another good game. So, okay. Up next, we got Arsenal versus Brighton. at the Amex. How's Brighton actually been doing these past couple of games?
They're just hot and cold. My Seagulls.
They're struggling. You guys haven't won in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games.
And a lot of them, they'll start off either with the lead or something, and then
they'll concede.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we'll win the game 3-1. Because I have it in my head, Arteta does this thing where it's like when we have like a revenge opportunity, he does his best to make sure he takes advantage of it. So I think we'll win the game 3-1.
I will go. Come on, Seagulls. Yeah, I think you guys will win this one. I don't see them being able to hold you guys off. I'll go 2-1. 2-1 Arsenal.
Jurrien Timber actually is gonna miss the game because he has a accumulation of yellow cards.
Discipline.
It's funny because no. I won't say with him it's discipline. He's a defender. He's gonna get yellow cards.
I was joking.
But it's funny because if he just waited one more game, it would have refreshed because I think it's halfway through the season, your yellow card accumulation resets.
Wipes off.
Yeah. So it's annoying that he's gonna miss this upcoming game because I don't think we have anybody. Partey's gonna play at right back. So yeah.
Francis,
what you got?
2-2. You got the Amex, right? Amex, right? Yeah, 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2-2 for sure.
Okay. Last but not least, glory.
Do I have to?
Manchester United. No, you do. Let's just hope it's not 7-0.
I'm afraid. I believe we are. Are we home?
It's at Liverpool. No, it's in Liverpool.
It's at Anfield. Lovely. This is gonna be bad. I'll go 4-0 Liverpool.
Oh my God!
There is no reason for me to think otherwise.
Yo, Kenny, 4?
Wow, this is a team that's beat us 6, 7, 5. Why would I?
7. It was 7 actually. 7,
Yeah. So why would I think that we're gonna all of a sudden
at least say 2-0? Damn, bro.
2-0 is for the Wolves and Newcastles. This is Liverpool. Salah's on a heater. My goodness. Yeah, this is gonna be a game where we just have to try to get away with something that's not
respectable.
Yeah, something that's not over the top.
Just leave Liverpool with your dignity.
We've lost our dignity a long time ago. But 3 or 4-0, I'll be like, all right, we didn't get blasted. We can't score goals, so it's gonna be they're gonna keep a clean sheet. They're if not the top, one of the best defensive teams. So we're not getting a goal.
I don't know. I have like a sneaky feeling that because you guys play, in my opinion, to the level of the occasion and the opposition. You played really well against us. You played really well against City. I think you are being a bit harsh. I don't think you'll win, but I think it might be like a 2-0 or maybe a 3-1.
Can't see
it's going to be 3-1. It's going to be closer than you think. Liverpool will be up 2-1, then they'll score a goal in the end to make it 3-1, to be honest.
Yeah, so you're going 3-1 too, Francis?
Yeah.
Who's going to score for United?
Gakpo will score.
For United.
Oh, my boy. Oh, Ahmad. Because he's the one who delivers in big games.
He's now in the sunken place. There's something that happens to good players at United.
He's still fighting. He's the only one who's fighting out. That's the only one.
It
the
comes
only
a
one.
time where we just drag them down. And now he's in that place. He can't make a pass. He can't do anything anymore. Sorry, Ahmad.
All good. All good. Okay. Well, Francis, did you find the statistics that you were looking
Yeah,
for?
600 in excess of 650 million Arteta has spent since 2020.
So 5 years.
It's 4 years actually.
4
years.
years.
Kidding.
years. Yeah.
Compared to your what in that same time period?
And yet, we both have the same number of Premier League championships. 0. Okay.
You didn't. No, hold on. You didn't answer the question.
That's where we ended.
He just couldn't wait to talk
We'll
about.
catch y'all next week.
No, answer the question that I asked you.
What?
How much have you guys spent?
Probably in excess of like excess of $1 billion, probably. That's fine. But we completely retooled the entire team. Everybody knows that. We got rid of so many people. And honestly, if you're talking about just net spend, we only have about 700 million net spend. And you guys are about 450 million, almost 500 million net spend. You guys are not that far off. Man United is like 550 million. I'm not going to hold you net spend wise. So.
You know me, I don't care about that.
We've still spent less than.
Congratulations, you. We both still haven't won a Premier League title since 2000.
Listen. The thing is, you want to talk about other stuff. You wanted to look up the stat because you said that we spend as much as you guys do. That's what you wanted to prove, and you were wrong.
Dog.
That it's funny, Kenny. He spent all that time looking. Then all of a sudden, he looked up. He didn't want to talk.
I was waiting for y'all to finish.
Yeah. Yo, Kenny, am I lying, bro? Am I lying?
Wait for us to ask. Wait for us to ask the question.
Oh no! Because I'm a respectful man. I don't cut people off, unlike other people. But you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah, he's trying. Close us out, EJ.
Well, again, you got it, Francis. Enjoy. That's all. That's the only thing I have to say to you. Enjoy.
That's all we do.
But this wraps up another week of the Banter 3 FC podcast. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we are on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and now officially Apple Podcasts. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share all of our content, and continue to show us love. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So appreciate you again, and we'll tune in next week. Be safe.